Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a step progress bar in CSS. As you can see, I've searched for a couple of examples over here. You usually use it for consecutive steps of a procedure that you want to carry on for, let's say, sign-ups or adding stuff to baskets, in which one step is dependent on the previous step to be completed. Alright, so let's get started. I actually encourage you to subscribe to this channel to get better videos and more videos later on in the future. Would be very appreciated. It would take like half a second to click maybe on this video. Anyways, alright, let's get started. As you can see, I have created a unordered list, added a class progress bar for it, and added 3 elements, setting the first one to be active. In order to style this, we need to first get rid of these guys. So we go for progress bar li, and then we do list style type to none. As you can see, they are now gone. We need to make them vertical and also equally spaced. We know that our parent element has a width of 100%, and we have 3 elements here. We say width 33.33%, and this value is really dependent on how many elements you have here. Alright, looks very good. Let's set the position to relative, and now we need to add these guys on top of them. You can go for any kind of shape. I will go for a circle. In order to do that, we go progress bar li before content. Let's set a placeholder for now as 1. We're going to change this so that every consecutive step has its own correct number here. So I'm going to give it a width of 20 pixel and height of 20 pixel, and then maybe a border of 1 pixel, and then with a shade of gray. Let's see how it looks. Looks quite alright. In order to move this guy up and for these width and height to be effective, we need to change the position of these elements to be block. Position block, sorry, display block, display block, and we do align the text to be in center, and looks good. Now we have to center these guys within our li elements, and we know that they are 33.32%, so 1/3 of this element. We need to center these. In order to center these, first let's center this step. So we do text align center, and also in order for this guy to be centered, we go for adding a margin, and the margin looks like 0 on top, then auto, then 10 pixel the bottom, so that we want to have 10 pixel margin between these two guys, and then auto to the left, and it looks quite good. So for these numbers to be correct, we do like this. We know that the parent container, or our UL unordered list, is the progress bar. What we do is that this new feature, let's say in CSS, where you can define sort of like a counter. I'm going to set the counter reset to a variable called step, and I'm going to use that variable, passing it to a function called counter for our content, these guys 1 1 1, and I need to actually define counter increment to be our variable. Now as you can see, we have 1 2 3. As I said, I want this guy to be circle, so I do border radius to be 50%, and the circle looks quite small. I'm gonna put 30, 30, and in order to align these guys vertically, we say line height to be 30 pixels as well. So these are centered now. Looks pretty good. We're going to now add the connectors between these. To do that, I'm gonna go for progress bar, li, but this time after we set the content to be nothing, and then we set position to be absolute. In order for this to be effective, we have to define the width to be 100%, and let's give it a height of 1 pixel, the same as the borders we have, and the background color the same color as well. Let's see how it looks. Alright, now we have to position these guys. In order to do that, let's define a top. We know that the height of these elements is 30, so the top will be half of it, so that the line they get centered. So yeah, it looks good. Now we have to move this guy back. Let's say left to be minus 50%, and you can see it kind of overlaps with these circles. To get rid of that overlap, we do background color to be white, and then we need to move this guy back by using z index to -1. Looks pretty good. Okay, so we need to get rid of this guy and this guy, and we know that this guy is actually the after of our li element. To do that, we go for progress bar, li first child, and then after we set the content to none. So as you can see, we have a pretty good looking step progress bar. What we want to do is now define what the active state should look like. So I'm going to make everything green when a state is active or a step is active. As you can see, I have actually applied the active class to step 1. Let's style it now. So we have our progress bar, li active. I'm going to add a color green so that every text gets to be green. And then this border guy should be green as well. So we do progress bar, li, we know that this guy is the before, and then we go border color to be green. Looks pretty good. The problem is that, as you can see, all of these get green, so we have to actually say I want the active one to be green. So one addition thing is that in my eyes, the connector between the 1 and 2 should also get green, and this is basically my own idea. So let's make this guy green as well. We know that this is the after of the element after the active one. So I'm going to go for progress bar li active, but the li after that, and we know that this guy is the after of the second, or the one after the active. So I'm gonna go li after, and then I'm gonna give background color to be green. Alright, cool. So you can go ahead and add a class active to the second and the third one. You're gonna get the same effect as you got this one. Thank you very much for watching. As I said in the beginning, please subscribe to this video to get more and more cool videos like this. Thank you very much, and have a good day and night.